I'm Chris Harmon, Chairperson of your Kentucky Conference Delegation.
And I'm Debbie Wallace-Paget, Vice Chairperson of the delegation.
It has been our pleasure to represent the conference at the General Conference held in Fort Worth, Texas in April of 2008. We were also in attendance at the Southeastern Jurisdictional Conference at Lake Junaluska, North Carolina in July of 2008, where we were delighted to receive the assignment of Bishop Lindsey Davis to the Louisville area.
We wanted to take this opportunity to give you some background about the constitutional amendments you will be voting on at annual conference this year. Every 4 years at General Conference, delegates from this global church gather to receive, discuss, and vote on legislation that would change our Book of Discipline. Most of the legislation deals with various parts of the discipline, but each quadrennium we also vote on amendments to the Constitution of the United Methodist Church.
These amendments must first pass the General Conference, then be sent to annual conferences throughout the connection to be ratified. In order for an amendment to be ratified, it must first receive a 2/3 approval vote at General Conference, then receive 2/3 of the total votes of the lay and clergy members voting at their respective annual conference sessions. 4 years ago, there were approximately 35,000 votes cast throughout the connection. Therefore, 2/3 of that sum was required to make a proposed amendment part of church law.
The other legislation which is passed by the General Conference does not go through the same kind of process. It passes with a vote of 50% plus one, and the members of the annual conferences do not vote on that, only the delegates at the General Conference sessions. The maximum number of delegates allowed at General Conference is 1,000. Therefore, if all delegates are in attendance and voting, a vote of 501 will make a piece of legislation part of our Book of Discipline.
What makes amendments so important is that future legislation that is presented at General Conference must not violate the Constitution of the Church. If it does, it cannot become part of the discipline. Therefore, the content of amendments serves to set the course for our future, because the legislation that comes from it only requires a simple majority vote at General Conference.
This year we have 32 amendments for your consideration and vote. They deal with a variety of subjects, but most of them deal with changing the structure of the denomination. The full text of the amendments is in your pre-conference book of reports. We have divided the amendments into 3 clusters. The first cluster consists of 5 major amendments that open the door for fundamental changes in the structure and connectional life of the church. The specifics of those changes were not brought forth at this General Conference. A global task force has recently been established to work out the details of what those changes will be, and their proposals will come before the General Conference of 2012, where they need only receive a simple majority vote to pass.
Therefore, if we approve these amendments now, we do not know what effect they will have on the church. The second cluster relates to the first cluster and consists of 19 amendments that involve changing a word. The word central will be changed to regional when referring to the conferences outside the United States. The third cluster involves a variety of amendments that deal with other subjects. They include issues of clergy voting rights, the participation of laity in the Committee on Investigation, and annual conference membership.
We hope this helps you in your decisions around the constitutional amendments. If you would like further information, please feel free to ask the General or Jurisdictional Conference delegate who is present with you today.
It's been great to be with you through video. We look forward to seeing you at Annual Conference. Goodbye.